Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's, what is it? It's, I'll get there. And I know what it is. It's West Ham against Chelsea. Everybody welcome. We've just done Leicester versus Everton. I was just watching the United stand, and now we're watching West Ham against Chelsea. Very excited about this one. Look, I expect Chelsea to win it, of course. Little turnaround there from what we were watching. But I expect Chelsea to win it. I think that they will be the favourites in this game, of course. But there might be a scenario where we could get a real shock here tonight. We've had one with Everton beating Liverpool. No, Everton beating Leicester. And I've just lost the plot a little bit here. But I'm back now. So Chelsea against West Ham at West Ham. Does it really matter what team you put first? I do need to change the actual layover as well, which I'm going to do now. But I'm just happy with what's happened. I was just having a little bit of celebration there off camera. United have now got, and I didn't say this at the end of the stream, United have now got top four in their hands. You know, it's not been in our hands. We've been relying on others. But now it's in our hands, because if we beat Leicester and we keep winning our games, goal difference is still in Leicester's favour, of course. But if we keep winning our games and put it into our favour and beat Leicester, I think we will finish above them. The goal difference is still a thing, but look, you're going to take that, aren't you? You're going to take that. So, very happy. And look, you know what? I want to catch Leicester, but the more opportunities there is to catch other teams, whether we can catch Chelsea as well, I'll take that as well. So hopefully West Ham can do something here. It would be, if Chelsea draw, they would be level with Leicester, so they would be 3 points ahead of United. If they lose, they stay 2 points ahead of United. If they win, they go 5 points ahead of United, 2 points clear of Leicester, and hold on to third place. So I think Chelsea will get the win today. My score prediction is that Chelsea are going to win this, maybe as much as 3-0. I think Chelsea are playing very well at the moment, which they've proved with wins in the Cup against Leicester, and also their win over Man City last week was impressive, wasn't it? So I would say that they are favourites. West Ham down at the bottom, but look, it's a good. For me, it's a good opportunity to watch Declan Rice. I mean, I just don't think Declan Rice is a top six player in the making. But there are United fans out there that want that think that he could be an answer for United. So keep an eye out for Declan Rice and see how he gets on today against a decent Chelsea side, because I just don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got the right body movement to be that sort of a level player. Did you see the Masterclass 4-0? No, I didn't, Zane. Of course, mate. Manchester United can now get top four. Why would I be interested in a mid-table club beating a team that's going to get relegated? It's got no impact on us people who are higher up in the league. So, I haven't watched it. I won't watch the goals. I'm not interested in it. But well done. Well done. Well done to you. You enjoy it. As long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. So what we're going for, score predictions, everybody. Welcome to everyone on Hot Mic as well. If you want to give Hot Mic a try, the link is in the video description. Use the invite code MARK363 and you can give that a go. Let me just get this done and then I can really start to focus on this game. But I expect Chelsea to have a lot of the ball today. And I expect Chelsea to not have a lot. I expect Chelsea to have a lot of the ball and West Ham to do a lot of defending. And they were nearly 1-0 down there. The cross coming into Tammy Abraham from Alonso. West Ham have managed to get rid of it. Declan Rice is number 41. Number 41. Are we working all right on Hot Mic? Oh no, we're not. Sorry about that. Just let me get it going. There we go. Declan Rice will want to impress against his old club, says Rory Neal. Was he at Chelsea? I don't know. David Moyes. David Moyes. David Moyes. He makes you laugh. He does. So, 3 minutes gone. Chelsea having a lot of the ball as I predicted. And I've got to be honest, I've not seen a lot of West Ham this year. I mean, they're in a relegation battle. They've spent a lot of money. Nice switching the play out to Alonso. Cross comes in, goes for a corner. New kit for Chelsea as well. I've not really had a chance to look at it yet. I will tell you what I think of it in a minute. All I can see is the back of it, and it's blue. Just refresh if you're having the problem with that thing. Willian crosses it in, and the keeper's got hold of it. It's just a very clean blue kit, isn't it? Exactly. Who was it who said that? You're very right. Lewis Dwan says, it's just a very blue, clean kit. Slip of the tongue there. You don't want to be slipping your tongue around well, it's a very clean blue kit. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Kovacic breaking up the play. I do rate Kovacic. Into Willian down the left-hand side. Chelsea starting off very well here. And Declan Rice brings it out. And he's made a run as well. And he goes out for a throw-in. Ewan Hacking makes a good point. He says, why do you think Leicester and Sheffield United have dropped so far? I don't know. The lockdown, I mean, the difference between the two is that Sheffield United before lockdown were doing very well and now they're doing terrible. Leicester before lockdown weren't even doing very well. So, I don't know. But Leicester have taken 2 points from their last 3 games against Brighton, Watford and Everton. You know, they'd have more points if they'd lost 2 and won 1. It's a massive turnaround. And, I mean, Leicester, I think, I'd love to know, how long have Leicester been in the top 4 this season? Have they been there pretty much from the first month? Probably September, definitely. And it's in massive danger for them now. The games that they've got to play, it's in massive danger. Is Hot Mic working for people? Because we had a lot more people watching it before, and I don't know whether it's working or not. So give it a try. If some people want to test it out and let me know, download it. Link in the video description. Mark363 is the invite code. When you've downloaded it, give me a follow, Mark Goldbridge, and you should see the same thing that you can see on YouTube, but you get a live chat with the crowd noise, and you can also sync your TV in with the commentary perfectly. That's the whole idea about the Hot Mic app. So basically, once you've downloaded it and you can see me on your app, there's a sync button. If you press my face, you'll see it'll say sync. Make sure you got the audio on for the game that you're watching and my audio. Press sync, hold it up to the audio of your football. It'll sync it in, tick, then you can turn your audio off and I'm synced in perfectly. So I can say that Willian is harassing the ball in the bottom right hand corner. It's cleared by West Ham. It's working fine, says Taylor. Thank you. It's just that we had like 350 watching the last game. We've now got 50. So obviously people have just gone for the tea or something. Opinion on Ornstein saying Partey close to Arsenal, says Rafa Mora. Well, I don't think he said he was close to Arsenal. What he said is Arsenal are going to try and do what they can to get him, which it'd be a good signing for them, wouldn't it? Pulisic, good run there into the box. West Ham are going to have to do something very special here tonight. Already from the first 7 minutes, you can just see. I don't see Chelsea not getting top 4 now. Hi, Mark. Hope all is well. Thanks for the super chat, Flex47. Please subscribe if you're new on YouTube, by the way. But I don't see Chelsea not getting top 4. They've got... they win tonight. They keep the gap on United to 4 points. And they're running for Chelsea. With the way that they're playing at the moment, Chelsea's running, for anybody who doesn't know what their final 6 games of the season are after this. They've got Watford at home, which I think they would win. Palace away, I'd expect them to win that. Sheffield United, I'd expect them to win that. Norwich, they will win that. And then they've got Liverpool. So it's Liverpool and Wolves, sorry. So they could lose, they could drop points in their last 2, but I still think that Chelsea will, unless Chelsea dropped points tonight, I think they'll get top 4. Because I think they'll beat, if they win tonight, they'll beat Watford. I think they'll beat Palace. They'll beat Sheffield United. They'll beat Norwich. So that should be enough for them, really. 5,000 watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. Please share the video if you're watching. You can do that on Twitter and Facebook with the share button. And your timer is ahead for me, says Ryan Acton. Let's have a look at my timer. 9:11. It's actually a little bit behind. I'm probably about 5 seconds behind, actually. Sort that out. There we go. Star A says, is Declan Rice good or is he hype? Well, that's one of the reasons I'm going to enjoy watching the game tonight, actually, because I haven't watched Declan Rice for a few months now, and you know, there's people on the United stand and there's United fans saying Declan Rice would be a good signing for United. I don't think West Ham are going to go down, so I don't think Declan Rice will leave. But if they did get relegated, he would leave. And he might be worth having a look at then. But there's something about Declan Rice that he just looks a little bit too big for me to be a CDM. I mean, he's done well there. But he just look. I just don't like... I mean, I don't know how tall Declan Rice is, but he just looks very big. He looks like a centre-back to me. He doesn't look like a... Good shot there by Willian, who's playing very well. Keeper keeps hold of it. He just looks not mobile enough, Declan Rice, to me. He looks like... He reminds me of like a centre-back. He doesn't remind me of a CDM, and... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, shit. Sorry, everybody. I've just realised something. Thanks for reminding me. I haven't synced on Hot Mic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll sort it for you now. I can keep talking to you. This is just for Hot Mic, people. You can't sync in if I haven't done the sync for this game. Of course, I've forgotten because we've changed game. We're not doing Leicester Chelsea anymore, are we? So, pardon me and thanks for letting me know in the comments. The advantage of Hot Mic totally ruined by the fact that I haven't synced it in for you. There better not be a goal while I'm doing this. No. Sorry about that, everybody. It has to listen to my audio, which I can't play on a stream, so I have to be quiet for a moment while it does it, and for some reason it was taking a while there. But if you're on Hot Mic, it has been synced up now. So if you try your sync button, it will work, because I have synced. So there you go. And West Ham nearly scoring there, I think. I wish it had gone in. Antonio, half a chance, I think. I'd describe that as half a chance. People are saying, what's hot, Mike? If you want to give it a go, I'm not going to talk through about it for a few minutes, but the link's in the video description. Mark363 is the invite code. Download it and have a go at it. So 13 minutes in, 0-0. Declan Rice is only 6'1". Matic is 6'4", says Viper's Venom. Yeah, but you know when I'm talking about big, I don't necessarily mean height. I mean just the way he moves around. He just looks a little bit. He reminds me a bit of a heavy run. I'm not calling him fat. That's not what I'm calling at all. I'm not for that at all. He just looks like a bit of the way he runs around, a bit of a plodder, and it's the way he moves more than anything. He just moves like a centre back. But then again, you know, we shouldn't be elitist. A CDM role is a very specialist role, so maybe he could be useful in that role if he develops at it. Yeah, if you're on Hot Mic, it works now. And Luca Bollez says, will not stand for this, Mark. Was synced in the other stream. It is working now. Rice did used to be a centre-back, says Jeremy Johnson. Well, there you go then. It makes sense. Maybe my football analyst head can just notes the way... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe, you know, I've watched so much football. The way he moves around like a centre-back. Maybe that's what it's all about. Rudiger does well there. Thoughts on the new Chelsea kit, says Daniel. What does everyone think about the new Chelsea kit? I think it's just, you know, I think minimalistic clean kits are quite nice sometimes. I've not really had a close look at it yet because the West Ham pitch is so far away because it's the Olympic Stadium with the running track round it, isn't it? The camera's always a long way away from West Ham. I would never do a West Ham career mode on FIFA because the camera view's crap. Nice ball there by Declan Rice though. There's a chance for West Ham to have a bit of a ball in the half of Chelsea here, which is I don't think they're going to get a lot of. Dispossessed easy. Too easy losing the ball there, West Ham. Burnley career mode. No, I can tell you it's not a Burnley career mode, and I can tell you that the new career mode kicks off tomorrow on this channel at 2:30. A brand new career mode. It's a sleeping giant, but they don't play in stripes. That's all I'm going to say. What's happened to Mark Noble for West Ham then? Is he injured? He's the sort of player that Chelsea need when they're trying to stay up. Willian with the cross, cleared. Declan Rice and West Ham come away with it. They're crap. They really are crap, West Ham. I've got to be honest, they're proper shite. It's not Forest, no. I can't do a Forest career. I just can't be arsed with all that. Oh, look, he's finally doing the club that he supports, that he doesn't support. I think it would be a good career to do, but I just would never do it. What's your clear career mode? Club career mode, Aston Villa maybe, says Salah Ahmed. And Leeds, people are saying. Liverpool, yeah, whatever. If I did an Arsenal career mode, I'd get them relegated on purpose just for the laugh. And I'd thoroughly enjoy it. Imagine that. Imagine if I did a stream every day as Arsenal manager and just kept losing on purpose. They'd go mad. They would go mad. Cross coming in from Chelsea. Cleared away. Mark, stayed up until 6 AM yesterday waiting for the fan cams. Been preparing for my GMAT during lockdown and your videos have kept me sane, says Nicole. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ricky's fan cam was very late last night, wasn't it? But well worth the wait. You know, humble about Bruno, which is what you want to see. Good by Antonio here against Christensen, and I think that might be a foul. No. Martin Atkinson's a Chelsea fan. Martin Atkinson's a Chelsea fan. That's not the referee you want if you're West Ham. What about a Bolton career mode, says Ewan. Bolton. You have to see tomorrow. 2:30 tomorrow. Tune in. Even the stream, when I set it up so everyone can chat before, I'm not putting the thumbnail up. I'm not giving you any clues. I wouldn't say Blackburn Rovers are a sleeping giant, to be fair. Good shot again. Saved by the keeper. Anyway, what was your score predictions in this game? I can't remember. I think I went 3-1 to Chelsea, didn't I? They've got so much quality and they're playing well. So I think that that's the way it's going to go. I got a blue house with a blue window. That's one of the shittest songs in the world. I'm blue and da dee da da. It's because Chelsea have got a blue new kit. It's in my head. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, 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 oh. I used to love the Cranberries. Do 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 do. I missed a chance. Ross Barkley into the box and Pulisic missed. He probably should have bloody scored. Wake up, Mark, says Ben Lennon. Sorry, I do need to wake up because that was a good chance for Pulisic. Mark, you seen the Arsenal game, says Dave. Mate, I can't. How can I say this in a respectful way that Arsenal fans won't think I'm bantering them? Why would I want to watch the Arsenal game or any of the highlights of the Arsenal game? It's a mid-table club against, and I know they're not mid-table anymore because they've won, but when everyone else wins after their next game, they'll be back where they are. And they are a mid-table club because basically 14th and 7th are separated by about a handful of points. So they are technically in the middle table battle. A mid-table club against a club that's basically already in the Championship. I've got no need to watch it. No need to watch it at all. Mark, what's your opinion on Trent Alexander-Arnold, says Anthony Cronin, who's a Liverpool fan? I think he's the best right back in Europe. Therefore, he's probably the best right back in the world. I think what he does in an attacking sense is unbelievable. Defensively, I still think... Well, I know Wan-Bissaka's a better defensive right back. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka's the best defensive right back in the world. Like, I mean, this is not United bias. This lad is unbelievable. He's our player of the year. So if you're Manchester United player of the year, all right, we've not been great for a few years, but it's his debut season. He's player of the year. He's been fantastic. He is. All I can say about Wan-Bissaka, if people don't know much about him, is as a United fan, I ain't got no concerns at right back. Like there's no left winger I'm scared of. He's that good. Defensively, he's brilliant. But Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back in the world because he's a decent defensive right back. But he's world class going forward. The free kicks, the assists. Look, what do you want? You don't want a right back who's just brilliant going forward and crap at the back because you'll concede goals. You want a right back who's great going forward and great defensively. So you should do a Nottingham Forest career mode, says Darth Maul. Deserve better. I shouldn't. I definitely shouldn't. I'd be interested to see with Trent Alexander-Arnold if he evolves into a further forward though, because remember that's how Gareth Bale started. Antonio breaking into the box there and shooting. Ooh, no, that was the slide cross from a few minutes ago, actually. That Pulisic chance was very close. It should have been a goal. chance of the game. Water break. We can have a good look at the kit here. No, I don't like that Chelsea kit. I think it will look better without the NHS on it. And that sounds really... Look, I raised 20 grand for the NHS. That's not what I'm saying. If you're talking about how it looks, it will look better as a visual thing without the NHS thing on it. Because there's too much going on from a design point of view. Also, the 3 thing looks a bit shit. But they're paying millions of pounds to Chelsea. So you don't... When you're picking your shirt sponsor, you don't say, oh, that looks a bit crap. Let's go with the one who's given us 100 million less. But the 3 is... if that Chelsea kit didn't have the NHS thing on it and 3 was Samsung, that would look a lovely kit. Yeah, it's about the money, isn't it? It's about the charity for the NHS and it's about the money for 3. And that's what it is. Chevrolet has ruined United kits for years. It's a horrible, horrible logo. But, you know, that's not Chevrolet's fault and it's not 3's fault. Some logos look good on a kit and some don't. I mean, look, United, sharp view cam, brilliant kits. But I don't mind the minimalistic, simple design of it. I just don't think it works with the sponsor. But Chelsea won't care, and I'm sure a lot of Chelsea fans won't care either. I hope we face United in the FA Cup final. Arteta will teach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer some lessons once again, says Dave 3FC. I think it's just sad. I think it's really sad that Arsenal fans are trying to get at United. I've said this before. The only reason people talk about Arsenal is because of your gobby-deluded fan channel. That's all it is. No one would talk about you if it wasn't for your fan channel that make you the banter kings that you are. And your players. But you've won 3 games in a row. Why can't you just shut up and enjoy it? You're not in a top 4 race. And you're definitely not a rival of Manchester United. We're going somewhere else. You know, we're in a battle with Chelsea to try and get into the equation of getting close to City and Liverpool. You're not there yet. You know, you're going to have to be patient and work back. Arsenal are going nowhere until their fans start to be patient and realise how far away you are. And now you're going to have to keep your gob shut and graft for a bit. You're not ready. You win again. The thing is, you win against Norwich and you get yourselves back into the argument again of we're better than United. We're going to be in the top 4. We're going to be a title contender in 2 years. And that's why when you lose to Wolves or you lose to Spurs in the next few weeks, everyone will laugh at you again. You set yourselves up. I haven't got a problem with a lot of Arsenal fans, but I've said it before. I said it 2 weeks ago. You've got to accept where you are. And stop gobbing off about trying to get into rivalries with the teams that you're nowhere near at the moment. Arteta needs money, he needs to get rid of players, and he needs time. He doesn't need Arsenal fans hyping them up, because that's when impatience comes. What's your favourite FIFA, says Ginger Ninja? I don't really know. Mark, which do you think is best, Game of Thrones or Homeland, says Lee. I like these sort of questions. So I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. I really enjoyed it, but the final season was crap. Absolutely crap. I liked the Battle of Winterfell, and then it went downhill. I just thought it was crap. Declan Rice with a foul on Ross Barkley there. I've never watched Homeland. What the hell is going on with the kits of top clubs? Ours with the zebra crossing, Dortmund with Pikachu print, and Chelsea with this, says Nikhil. It's hard though, isn't it, Nikhil? Because when teams are changing their kit, I remember a time, and a lot of you will remember a time, when a team changed its kit every 2 years, and I thought that was the right thing to do. But it's all about money. I mean, it's just you change the kit every single season. Why are you changing your kit every single season? Money. You know, and if you change your kit every single season, you're going to end up with a few crap kits, because you can't keep designing a kit every year. You know, it's like 20 kits every 20 years, isn't it? 10 kits every 10 years. You can't, you know, if you keep changing your kit and you wear blue, there's only so many variants of it you can do before you start designing some crap kits, isn't it? But it's morally wrong anyway. You shouldn't be changing your home kit every season. I mean, 1, you're doing it to rip your fans off. It's just about the money. And 2, what about the costs on the environment of making all these kits? And then people, once you've, you know, I don't wear a kit when it's, I mean, I don't really buy them now anyway, but if I do buy a kit, I hardly really wear it. once it's an old kit as well. It's just I just think we should go back to the time where kits are changed every 2 years. Change your home kit 1 year, your away kit the next, then you're home, then you're away. I used to watch Prison Break, Aman, but I haven't watched it for a while. Have you done the Peaky Blinders tour of Birmingham? Says Trevor Liveseek. Mate, if you search Mark Goldbridge Peaky Blinders tour, mine's better. It's on YouTube and it's better. Goal kick. Half an hour gone. Top man's great. Zack Attack, if that's what you're talking about. 7,500 people watching on YouTube. Thanks everyone for tuning in again. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Keep sharing the video. 0-0 here, but Leicester lost. And top 4 is in the hands of Manchester United and Wolves. It's more in Man United's hands, to be fair, because we've got to play Leicester, and if we win, we're level on points. But then again, if we do win and Wolves keep winning, they would be level on points with us as well. You could have a 3-way on the final day, but the reality is that's only if everyone keeps winning, and I don't think that will happen. I think United might keep winning all their games, but I think Leicester will drop more points. In fact, Arsenal could do United a favour and beat Leicester. That would be a win I would celebrate. Leona Spruce is an Arsenal fan. Thanks for the super chat. It says, I agree with you. I'm looking at small improvements in games and watching the youth develop instead of the league positions. Exactly, that's what you need to do. Rome can't be built in a day. We've seen that at Manchester United. And we made the mistake that probably some of your fans are making now. You think that a button can be switched and you're straight back in the top 4. It's a longer process. You basically got to add up all the years the damage has been caused and then say that's going to be the years to get back. But you're right. I look at Arsenal, that signing of Saka today, look, he was never going to United or Chelsea or Spurs. I always thought he'd sign a new contract. But what I would say about him, I saw him play against United in the autumn on the left wing. I was very impressed. Since then, I've seen him play left back, centre attacking midfield. I think he's a really good player. Martinelli's a good player as well. But they're not enough on their own. I don't think beyond those two, I don't really rate many of your youngsters yet. But you've got to clear some of the deadwood out, and you've got to get some good players in. And when you haven't got a lot of money to do that, or doesn't seem to have a lot of money to do that, it's going to be a process. Who do you prefer, Nike or Adidas, Sabashek? On kits, I do like the Adidas kits. My favourite United kits are Umbro. I've got 2 of them there. But the Adidas kits from the 80s I like. Money don't make my world go round. Dortmund are Puma, aren't they? Bowen's gone down here injured. He's quite highly rated, isn't he, Bowen, at West Ham? Let me tell you all about Bowen at West Ham, because he's a good player on FIFA. He develops into a good player on FIFA. He's 23 years of age. He's an English professional footballer who plays as a winger. I don't really know much about him. He's a bit older than I thought. Stretch, says a man. Yes. Stretch. Remember that song? Sexy lady. One hit wonder. Cross from West Ham. And they'll get a corner. Am I expecting Chelsea to drop points? No. No. But it could be one of those nights. In football, you sometimes get that. You get one of those nights, don't you? Am I doing Man City against Liverpool tomorrow? You know what? I always was looking at Man City against Liverpool as a game to do. I can tell you now, breaking news, I'm not doing it. I was going to start my new FIFA career mode on... How is that not a foul by Azpilicueta? You can't do that. You can't shove your way in between 2 defenders like some desperado trying to break up a happy couple. You can't do that. That's a penalty. Give the penalty, ref. You can't do... That's weird by Azpilicueta. So the West Ham players are in a line like that, stuck together. And he's squeezing himself in, like trying to push himself in. You can't do that. It's a foul. There's no ball there. There's no shoulder barge. It's a penalty. It won't be given as a penalty, by the way. I'm just saying, you can't do that. Oh! Oh! Yes! No! Yes! West Ham have scored. We may get a bit of VAR on this one. It fell into the ground. There's people on the ground. Kepa's saying it should be a foul. Where's the VAR? But it may be a goal for West Ham. The corner came in. They got into their head a bit. Look at that. Moyes and a load of bubbles behind him. The bubble machine. We'll watch this back. VAR will take a look at it. The cross comes in. It bounces. It lands in the 6-yard box. There's people on the floor. That'll be a goal. There's nothing... I don't see anything... No, there's nothing wrong with that. That'll be a goal. 1-0. 1-0 to West Ham. Well, maybe it is going to be one of those nights where the top 4 race is blown wide open. What are they looking at? VAR for? Oh, it might not be. Oh, I think if that doesn't get given... It's probably not going to get given, you know. Because Antonio's lying on the floor. He's lying on the floor, so what's he supposed to do? I think this is... I think it's going to be given as an offside. So basically, the cross comes in, it lands. Antonio falls on the floor. He's trying to... He's out of the way. Chelsea and another West Ham player go to kick the ball, and it goes over the player, but it's going to go in anyway. There's not interference from play there. It's going to go in the goal anyway. So I think that's stupid. It should be a goal, but it will get chalked off. But it should be a goal, I think. They're having a right old look at this. Antonio's on the floor. The ball bounces off him from an onside position, and then the defender shoots and scores. I don't see how that can be offside. There's no interference with play. I don't get it. No way. I think it's going to be given as offside, but I just don't... That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, well, you know, I just don't... It should be a goal, but they'll rule it out. That is shocking. Really shocking. Really, really stupid that is. Somebody says he's in the way of Kepa. I think that's a really harsh decision, I do. And anybody who's saying the Everton one against United, I think if you go back and watch that clip, I actually said we were very lucky. But look, whatever. 0-0. Leicester have lost. We're going to get top 4 anyway. But I thought that was unlucky for West Ham. and stupid from VAR. But I don't like VAR anyway. I'm not a fan of VAR. And I think it should have been a goal. But you know what? It's not the end of the world, is it? Arrogance aside, if by some miracle Arsenal beat City, would you enjoy watching an Arsenal versus United FA Cup final, says Adam? I probably would prefer it. Well, I would want to play them in the final, yeah. I can't figure out why he's offside there. It's got to be for interfering with play, but he's literally... It's just ridiculous. That's not what football should be, because when the cross comes in, Antonio Valencia is in an onside position and heads it, falls on the floor, and then the shot goes over him straight within a second. Like, he can't get out the way. There's nothing you can do. I mean, look, deliberate is nothing to do with offside, and technically, look, everyone's going to say what you're moaning about, but is that the sort of football game we want to create? I just don't get it. He heads the ball, falls over, and the ball gets shot in. It's like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. And as for saying he's interfering with Kepa ain't saving that anyway. But technically, I think if you compare it to the Everton goal against United with Sigurdsson, there's probably big similarities. But I hate VAR. Chris Lee, Mark, the Premier League needs to get rid of VAR. It's a joke. Yeah, it is a joke. It is a joke. Anyway, we've got to nearly 10,000 watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Would have been very interesting if West Ham had gone ahead, because obviously Leicester have lost against Everton in that race for top four. The more you're in it, the better. Chelsea started off the first sort of 15 minutes quite well, and Pulisic has had the best chance of the game and he's looked very lively, but Chelsea have gone off the boil a little bit since that water break, which again, I don't know what people think about it. I don't like the water break. I think it really does break up the play. But here is Pulisic. Penalty to West Ham, given from one end to the other. Atkinson is a definite. But Martin Atkinson has always been the last ref you want against Chelsea. Is it a penalty? Have a look. Well, it's been given. Diop. David Moyes furious. Games change, don't they, on luck? When you're the underdog, when you're the team that's not doing well, you need the luck of the VAR, because if you don't get it, decent teams go up to the other end, they get penalties, they punish you, and then you're feeling there's an injustice and you're actually losing. And that's, how many times have we seen this happen? The lower team feels they're robbed, the other team go up the other end and get the goal, and Willian scores with a penalty. Willian is on fire for Chelsea at the moment. I mean, this is a player that a lot of Chelsea fans, well, I don't know the percentage actually, but this is the player that a lot of Chelsea fans ridicule and say, oh, he's not good enough. But actually, he's playing for a move. I mean, you've got to look at his motivations here. He's definitely playing for a move, and if you're stupid enough to fall for it, sign him up and give him 200 grand a week. United better not do it, but he is playing very, very well at the moment. But there's a reason why some Chelsea fans despair at him, because he's another of those wingers that's ridiculously inconsistent. But surprise, surprise, he's playing bloody brilliant at the moment because he knows he's a free agent and he wants to get a move. He's brilliant. I'd probably put him in the Player of the Month category. He's playing that well. I've seen him play 3 times now, and he's probably been Chelsea's best player. What a tackle that is by Declan Rice. Wasn't messing about there. And West Ham will be feeling a sense of injustice. Technically, it is offside, the goal. Mark, check your Insta DM. Sent you a Y. Head is considered for Champions League spot, says Red Devil. Thanks, pal. And Ryan FTW, VAR is for any obvious errors made by the on-field referee. If it's taken 5 minutes and 10 different camera angles, how is it an obvious error? I think with offside, they'll do anything. You know, offside, they'll take 10 minutes if they need to. Remember Sheffield United against Spurs, and he was literally off by a toenail or something like that. So they will do that. It's not Chelsea's fault. Chelsea haven't cheated. I love it how Chelsea get called cheats. Chelsea don't control the VAR, and Chelsea don't control Martin Atkinson's mouth to put his whistle in his mouth. It's not Chelsea's fault, is it? It's VAR. And look, United had it against Everton. People are right in the comments, and I'm pretty sure at the time I said that's very lucky. I'd love to get someone to go back and look at that. That is shocking. What have I just seen VAR do? Says Robbo F1. FM. Nice ball over the top for Tammy Abraham. No, he's not there actually. But since they've gone 1-0 up, Chelsea have actually taken control of this game, and West Ham are just playing like victims. Pulisic into the box. Very strong driving run there. Declan Rice takes it away. It's funny how games can turn, isn't it? It really is. About a minute to go to half time. West Ham fans will be fuming, won't they? Look, I'd like Chelsea to drop points tonight, but I'm not, and I'll always be greedy. That's the whole point. I don't care who you support. You should always be greedy. I can't understand the fan who goes, "Well, we won the title last year, so if we don't win it this year, at least we won it last year." That's not a winning mentality. A winning mentality is wanting to win everything. You know, it's wanting to be the best all the time. So I want Chelsea to drop points because I want to have two teams that might drop out of the top four. But actually, if you'd said to me tonight, Chelsea are going to beat West Ham 10-0, but Leicester will lose to Everton, or they can both draw, I would say, yeah, I'd rather one of them lost, and that is obviously Chelsea. So Leicester. So I'm happy. I'm happy that Leicester have drawn. Martin Atkinson's having a word with the players now. I don't know what he's saying. One of the worst referees in the Premier League, Martin Atkinson, in my opinion. I've never liked him for years. I just think he's a crap ref. But, you know, I think the same of Michael Oliver. I used to think the same of Clattenburg. It's a hard job being a referee. Nice ball into Michael Antonio in the flank, but he's all up on his own for West Ham, and he's got three players around him. He'll probably just try and win a corner here. It's not worked. And Rudiger puts it out for a corner anyway. So it will be a corner to West Ham. Saw it again. The cross landed on Antonio's backside while he was on the ground. He was in an offside position there. Still unfair on West Ham. Saw it again. The cross landed on Antonio's backside while he was on the ground. He was in an off position. No, but when he jumps, he's not off. Aditya, he's offside. That's not why it's been given offside. He jumps in the air. He's not offside. He lands on the ground. Yes! They've got a goal now. They've got a goal. No, he's given it offside. Yes, no, he's given it. He's given it. All right, okay. 1-1. West Ham get a goal. Will it get chalked out again? Probably justice. Probably justice. West Ham equalise. 1-1. Terrible defending by Chelsea. Kepa's no good. Kepa's not a good. What's Kepa asking for now? Like, the cross comes into the back post. He's up with Azpilicueta. He heads it down, and Kepa's there going, What is Kepa complaining about there? Am I missing something? Or is he just a keeper who moans out like everything about a bitch? Justice jam on toast, says Nick P. 1-1, right on half time. I think, to be fair, that probably is, a way of giving a bit of justice, isn't it? It was technically offside, but in the balance of play, I think 1-1 is probably the fair scoreline at half time. Justice against the FIFA scripting, says Darth Maul deserved better. I'll tell you what though, I totally understand what some Chelsea fans say about Kepa as a goalkeeper. It is half time. He'd do my nut. He would absolutely do my nut. He's not commanding on crosses. On neither of those crosses has he been commanding, and they're both in and around his 6-yard box. And then every time a goal goes in, he's looking for an excuse. That's not the mentality that you want. But it's 1-1 at half time. Probably the right result. I think neither team has been fantastic. Neither team has probably done enough to be in front. And it sets it up nicely for the second half, doesn't it? But at least we don't have to spend half time talking about the offside goal, because actually, you know what? Technically, VAR is going to say it was right. But ultimately, it's equalled itself out. Chelsea getting a penalty and West Ham getting what I would say is a deserved equaliser. So it's 1-1. Fair scoreline, says the normal one. Exactly. Kepa always cries, says Dan 1-1-1. And Bridget Best says Chelsea all the way. I still think Chelsea will win this. I did say 3-1, didn't I, before the game? So should be 2-1, says Illa United. Justice for West Ham, says Jonathan Walker. And the penalty given is wrong. That is the worst mistake here, says Zhao. To be honest with you, Zhao, I do want to see the penalty again. They didn't show that a lot. We saw the offside a lot. We never saw the penalty given that was given twice. That was given back again. But the problem with the penalty is that Martin Atkinson's given the penalty. So they won't not give the penalty unless there's a clear and obvious reason not to give the penalty. So unless there's a dive or something like that. And there clearly was contact. But is there enough contact? That's my point. And that's where penalties this season have been really, really odd. Because the penalty on Lacazette in the FA Cup at the weekend, there is contact, but I think he overplays it. There's not enough to go down. Martial against Bournemouth, contact there. They said no penalty because there's not enough contact. Son against Everton at Goodison Park, definitely contact. They said there's not enough contact to go down. So there is a grey area there. And I think football needs to do something about it, because we're just getting inconsistent penalties given all the time. And that's all, you've got VAR, but it's inconsistent. Same old Chelsea always cheating, says A. Ahmed. I don't think you can blame Chelsea for a group of incompetent referees in a room in London spending 5 minutes looking at an offside decision. But we may be able to have a look at the penalty again and see what happened with Martin Atkinson there. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, we are 200 subscribers away from 173,000 subscribers, and I'm sure there's at least 200 of you who haven't subscribed to the channel, so please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, and we'll see if we can get up to 173,000 subscribers tonight. Flex's hairline or Sadio Mane's hairline, says Mohammed. That's not nice. And look, I'm quite happy with my hairline because my dad's actually bald. So I always thought I was going to go bald. So look, respect. Moyes twerking, laugh my arse off, says Gaz Elliott. I'll tell you what I feel sorry for the most was the first goal went in and they wasted all those bubbles on the bubble machine and then it got given away. What's the upcoming watch-alongs, says Kieran Young. Very good point, Kieran. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's have a look at some of your super chats, some of your normal chats. If you want to do a super chat, please do. Support the channel, but you don't have to. Ben Lennon on Hot Mic says Rice is a snake. What's the point in having VAR? It's inconsistent. It causes so much controversy and delays the game. Players don't even celebrate when they score, says Sean Turner. I hate VAR. I've said VAR. I've said this for a long, long time. I've said it on this channel. I've said it on the United Stand. I hate VAR. I hate VAR. It's rubbish. I don't like it. And it's not because it gets decisions wrong or it gets decisions right. I just don't like it because it takes the fun out of football. It does. Imagine if that West Ham goal had been given and then Chelsea fans would be going, Madi interferes with play. He interferes with the play. And then we're like, oh, you know, it's that controversy. It's just, it just makes everything a little bit more fun, doesn't it? So... Bournemouth looks terrible. We should smash them, says Extra Z. Yes, 4-0 to Newcastle today. Bournemouth lost 4-0. Everybody in the I mean, if West Ham could get a point or nick a win today, there'd probably be enough to stay up because Norwich haven't won a game, Villa haven't won a game, Bournemouth haven't won a game. Villa's next 2 games are Liverpool and United. Bournemouth's next game's United. I mean, if Watford or West Ham could win a game, they could probably get themselves safe because. I don't think the relegation battle is going to be that exciting. I think Bournemouth, Villa and Norwich are just going to relegate themselves by losing all their games. And I think Watford and West Ham will probably survive if they just draw a couple. So interesting on that. Jordan Such, why are West Ham fans crying? They got a decision last week when Son scored for Spurs, but apparently his toenail was offside. Goes for and against you. Fair play. Thanks for the super chats there. And will City ban be overturned, says Dr. Fred. Apparently Bournemouth got 1 back. I'm sure they're really happy that... I'm sure Bournemouth fans are really stressing that I got the score wrong. 4-1, 4-0, you got battered. Extra Z, you belong in a fish and chip shop. Extra Z, who do you think will be United's first signing? Sancho. And here's the stat, Mark. Kepa is rated 127 out of 132 out of all keepers in Europe based on save percentage, which is 53%. That is shocking. And that's from Graham Alphonsus. And if that's true, that really is shocking. What Bournemouth fans, says Finn. Look, nothing against Bournemouth, but it would be not something that bothered me if you got relegated because... Your ground is not even big enough for the Championship. It's got, like, I think a capacity of 11,500. I mean, we've nearly got that watching this stream. You know, Bournemouth for Leeds, it's not much of a, you know, Bournemouth for bloody Bradford would work. And they are going over the disallowed goal again, says Ashe. Well, I'm looking at it here. So the cross comes in, Antonio falls over onside, and it lands on his leg, and it goes off Aspilicueta. There's no way the keeper's saving that. I don't see the offside on that. I think they've got that absolutely wrong. But the penalty, Kovacic, into... I think that's a penalty. I do. I hadn't seen it enough. Almost 10,000 watching, says Nikhil. That's amazing. Happy for you and the other members. Watching you for around 3 years now. Big up. I think that was a penalty on Pulisic, to be fair. I think he's bought it, but I think he's got every right to buy it. And it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. If you want to give Hot Mic a go in the second half, please do. It's free. It's link in the video description. It's on Apple and Android. Use the invite code Mark363. You get the same live chat. You get a bit of crowd noise on the app. It's an app, and you can sync in with it. But it's good. It's worth a try. We've got... the Hot Mic Massive, there's over 300 of them on there at the moment. That can remind me in an hour. Pickford's got T-Rex hands. What hands does Kepa have? Sripad. And when points are tied, how is the table settled? Which is the first tiebreaker? Goal difference or amount of wins? Somebody said to me today that goal difference doesn't actually decide positions in the Premier League. It bloody well does. How can he clearly be obstructing the goalkeeper's vision if he's lying flat on the floor, says B. Yakov. Look, at the end of the day, I think 1-1's a fair score line at half time. I think West Ham probably think that they should be winning, but the penalty was a valid penalty, so I would say that. VAR said Antonio was blocking Kepa's vision. He's on the floor. Absolute crap. Chelsea win this 2-1 now and I'll be fuming, says Sean Turner. And how does it feel to have the B-Tech versions of Arsenal's front three, Mark, says Ghost Writer. I don't know what... I have got no idea which way you're going with that. I don't know what you're referring to. I've got no idea. if you're an Arsenal fan, God knows what's going on in your head, but you probably need to give us instructions on what point you're trying to make there, because I've got no idea. Would you take Antonio at United if West Ham go down? He's young and versatile and a good player, says Greg Barker. He's not. I'm sure Antonio's about 28. He's been around for ages. Michael Antonio, he's 30. We're not doing Twitch on this. We do Twitch through the United Stand. We don't do Twitch on here. Would you take... Yeah, I've done that one. Oh, come on. I've lost my live comments now. 1 minute. I'm lost without my live comments. And somebody just made a good point there. Watching Chelsea today, I don't know how Man City lost. You know why Man City lost? Because they didn't bloody turn up. Fair play to Chelsea. They were the better team and they deserved to win. But Man City were not Man City last Thursday night. We all saw it. They couldn't... Basically, what Man City wanted was to not win that game because they didn't want to play a game against Liverpool tomorrow where Liverpool beat them and win the league and run around celebrating. They didn't want that scenario. And their head was never in the game. Which reminds me, actually, I was going to do Liverpool-Man City tomorrow night as a watch-along. That was going to be my next watch-along. But I've been thinking about it, and I've got a new FIFA career mode to start. I was going to start it on Friday, because I always do like one video a day on this channel. So I thought tomorrow will be the watch-along for Liverpool-Man City. And actually, I'm going to start my FIFA career mode tomorrow, because I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And there is absolutely no reason to watch Liverpool-Man City tomorrow. Man City are going to finish second. Liverpool have won the league. Neither of them are going to go at each other like they would do. It's an exhibition match. And tell you what, I'd rather be watching one of my box sets. So I ain't doing it. Ghost Writer says, there we go. I told you he was an Arsenal fan. Thanks for the super chat. He says, Martinelli, Aubameyang, Pepe are better than Martial, Rashford and James. Stats back it up and the eye test backs it up. I want to hear your excuses. But mate, you've picked the wrong United 3 for a start. Martinelli, Aubameyang and Pepe are better than Martial, Rashford and James. Well, it's Martial, Rashford and Greenwood for a start if you're putting Martinelli in. And the stats don't back it up because Martial, Rashford and Greenwood have got way more goals than them 3. So, mate, I think what you're doing is you're trying to... You're basically in the AFTV crowd, aren't you? You want notoriety for being an idiot. But that's... I'm beyond speechless. Would you give Pro Evo a shot on your channel, says Venkat? Probably not. Probably not. And Mark Roberts says no, they don't. Yes, they do. Greenwood and Rashford and Martial combined have got more goals than Aubameyang, Pepe and Martinelli. How much do you want to put on that? I'll guarantee they've got way more as well. Sancho or a world-class striker, says James Brogan. World-class centre-back, be Sancho for me. Martial, Rashford and Greenwood are the 6th most prolific forward line in Europe, says Mohammed James. Exactly. You know why I know that for definite, that those 3 players have got more goals than Pepe and Aubameyang and Martinelli? It's nothing to do with Martinelli and Aubameyang. It's the word Pepe. Pepe's got 5 Premier League goals in about God knows how many games, 25 or something. Bruno's got 5 Premier League goals in 8. So I know that for a fact. Would you swap Greenwood and Cash for Sancho, says Mannix? No, that would be stupid. And anyway, I just want to say though, in fairness to that, this is not for all Arsenal fans. This is for that Arsenal fan who just came out with that silly comment. I just want to say that, look, I know you beat Norwich, but we beat Norwich. We beat Brighton last night. We thrashed Brighton. What happened to you? Oh, Morpace won it at the end! Sit down. Maybe he's doing that for a real. Is Rice an improvement on any of our CDMs, says Sean O'Connor? I think he looks good, but there's a lot better out there. Anyway, can I just tell you what the next watch-alongs are going to be? See, this is... People say, why are you always talking about Arsenal? Because your stupid fan base keep gobbing off. Like, they make super chats to gob off stupid things. I mean, if you're a normal Arsenal fan, it must annoy people that people are always ridiculing them. But you've got a fan base, you've got people in your fan base who actually shout loudly for people to look at your club. That's why people talk about you. Right, so I'm not doing Man City Liverpool tomorrow. I'm doing Manchester United versus Bournemouth on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. I might do Chelsea Watford on Saturday night here. Sunday the games are crap. Southampton and Man City, Liverpool Villa, Newcastle West Ham and Burnley Sheffield United. Tottenham Everton Monday shit. Tuesday night I will do Crystal Palace against Chelsea and Arsenal against Leicester. So we'll do a double header on Tuesday for definite. And probably Saturday night Chelsea against Watford. So that's how we are looking. Subscribe if you are new, bottom right hand corner. And the new FIFA career mode starts tomorrow if you like that. Tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. Please subscribe if you are new. We are very close to 173,000. It would be nice to change the number while we are live. We're only 100 subscribers away, so please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner on YouTube. And let's see if we can get to 173,000. It is 1-1 at half time. We've got nearly 10,000 people watching. Mr. Mystery 99 says, Mark's obsessed with Arsenal. What's wrong with this guy? Can somebody just explain to him, how the hell am I obsessed by Arsenal? This channel is a football channel for everybody. It's called That's Football. People keep doing super chats who are Arsenal fans, saying stupid things, asking for my opinion. How am I obsessed by Arsenal? I'm being asked by your stupid fan base stupid things. I explained this in the last stream. If you don't want to be spoken about, and I understand why you don't want to be spoken about, tell the biggest fan channel in the world to stop bantering themselves and talking loudly about how great Arsenal are, this, that and the other. The reason people talk about Arsenal is because people in your fan base expose you and shout loudly about you. So people laugh at you and tell you why you aren't that good. Does the Spurs fans do it? I don't hear Spurs. Have we mentioned Spurs tonight? I think we had a really good comment from a Spurs fan about something generic. We've not mentioned Spurs tonight because they don't shout from the rooftops about how great they are when they're crap. Like, as I said, Arsenal, you're having a rebuild. I've spoken encouragingly about Arsenal. You know what you need to do. You need to be patient with Arteta. He needs to sell a lot of players and he needs money to buy players in. And you need to be patient and see what he can do. Because actually, his points record isn't that bad since he's been at the club. But you can't start gobbing off about top 4 races and we've got better players than this, that and the other. Just be bloody humble and start your rebuild. Arsenal fans only talk about their forwards because their midfield and defence are trash, says Smugger. Well, it's a team game, isn't it? It's a team game. And Bryce Jones says, Arsenal fans are obsessed with Mark. They give more money to this channel than any other fan base. Bunch of donuts. Thanks for the super chat, Bryce. Well, to be fair, though, this is not the United stand. This is we will talk about anything here. But trust me, I would like to be not talking about Arsenal. I would like to talk about Chelsea, West Ham, Spurs, Watford, anybody other than Arsenal for the next half an hour. West Ham coming forward here. So second half, I still think Chelsea have got the quality to win this game. But I think anything that West Ham got from this game would be good. Look, I know they're down near the bottom, but trust me, 3 points for West Ham would be like 7 points. Because I can't see Villa, Bournemouth winning games. So points become like wins. So if they could get a point today, it'd be a very good point for West Ham. But it's Willian coming forward again. Look at him. Look, another good cross by Willian, playing for a new contract. Have we got any Chelsea fans who can actually just tell us how Willian is playing absolutely world class at the moment, but doesn't normally play like this? And he's doing it for a new contract. What happened to Newcastle being bought by the Saudis, says TJ. I've got no idea. If anybody knows, I keep asking people this. What is happening with Newcastle and their takeover? Because it was going to happen, then it wasn't going to happen. Darren Morris says Arsenal's going to get 3 from City again. Don't know what that means, but thanks for the super chat. Cross comes in. Chelsea looking dangerous. Saturday, 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 Saturday night's alright. Saturday, 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 Saturday's alright for dancing. La la la. Do I think West Ham can win this game? I think anything's possible in football, but I wouldn't. My assumption would be that it will be Chelsea. What channel is the United Bournemouth game on, please? Says Martin King. I don't know what channel it's on in relation to TV, but we'll be doing that on the United stand because that's the United channel. FIFA career mode tomorrow, brand new. Oh, I was so sad. I was so sad after the other career mode ended. 6 seasons, 95 episodes. It was a happy and lovely end, but it's like the end of your favourite TV series, isn't it? You don't want it to end, but then it was the right time for it to end. So we start a new one tomorrow, and it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging. Sleeping Giant, definitely, but I don't know. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to get financial takeover or anything like that. Certainly not in the first season. So it's going to be a real challenge. A real challenge, that's all I can say. 2:30. BT Sport for Manchester United versus Bournemouth. 3 o'clock kickoff on the telly, which is something I mean, look, nobody wants lockdown. Everyone wants fans in the ground. But it's going to be look, I can't wait for fans to be back in the ground. That's what we want, isn't it? But when fans do go back in the ground, we're going to go back to not having every game on the telly again, aren't we? I think, for me, and I don't know what you lot think, but I think that football, even before lockdown, should be offering virtual season tickets so that you can spend a couple of £100 to have every game of your club on TV. Good play by West Ham here. Edge of the box. Antonio. That's a penalty. Oh! How's that not a penalty? It doesn't matter because it's a goal for West Ham. I thought there was a penalty on Antonio and he's put the ball in the back of the net. And he said to Christensen, I think that was a penalty as well. But it's a goal. It's a goal for West Ham. Bowen with the cross. And I tell you what, bullseye. If you know, you know. But it's 2-1 and Chelsea doing what Chelsea do here. This is why they've lost 9 games this season. Lovely build-up play. Rice into Antonio. Probably was a bit soft on a penalty, actually. But they get it wide to Bowen. Antonio gets up and he's there for the simplest of tap-ins. Where are the centre-backs for Chelsea? Maybe it was either a very, very subtle tug. But Antonio's there to tap it in and it's 2-1 to West Ham. And we could be seeing points dropped here. Easiest of goals. Chelsea, terrible. Kovacic coming off. And Mason Mount comes on. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad move. It's more of an attacking move. But I suppose from Lampard's point of view, this is not... look, this is the... I tell you what this is. This is, for Chelsea, exactly what United used to do. You go and beat Man City and then the next game you lose to a relegation side. It's massively... Well, it's not happened yet, but it's frustrating when you're trying to build something and... they have lost 9 games this season, Chelsea. I think they've lost more games than anybody else in the top 6, which I'll confirm for you in a minute because I don't want to be wrong. But good start to this second half. It sets it up nicely now. I mean, it's exactly the same score as what we saw in the game at Goodison. I don't think it will stay 2-1 in this game. I think Chelsea have got the quality to certainly get a goal or two back in this game. And West Ham are going to have to manage it very intelligently. But a point would be great for West Ham, wouldn't it? Be great for Manchester United as well. So let's have a look at how things stand in the league table. We've got a new member on That's Football. It's RL_LJS. I'll tell you what, big shout out to you, RL, because you can become a member on this channel. I don't do Patreon pages or anything like that. So if you want to support the channel, super chats are appreciated. But you could also You can also... what have I done? It's not 2-1 to Chelsea, it's 2-1 to West Ham. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. But you can subscribe for free, please. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on that road to 173,000. I've just made Chelsea 2-1 in front. I didn't mean to banter you, Chelsea. Maybe you will come back into this game, but at the moment, you're not. You were 1-0 up. Now you're not. You're 2-1 down. I am live, people, you know. I do this all on my own. I get help with the setup, but when I'm actually live, I have to change all the scores myself. So you can get lost in the moment for a few seconds. We've all been there. We've all been there. Right. We're right. We've got the right score at the right time. Well, this could be heaven for Wolves and Manchester United fans if it stays this way. How do you become a member, says Ewan? Just press the join button and you can become a member, just like Momo. Thank you, Momo, for joining and supporting the channel. Declan Rice is on fire, says Ayush. And I really like Declan Rice, says Sonia. Rice has been great, says Kevin. And United front three has 50 goals. Liverpool's got 47 and Arsenal have got 31. So I don't know what that guy was on about. Just basically put Arsenal fan in the bio and then you'll understand what he's on about. Are you surprised how well Steve Bruce is doing, says Manic? I think Steve Bruce deserves a lot of credit. I don't know that he's... I don't even think Arsenal... I don't even know what Newcastle fans think of Steve Bruce. I don't think they ever wanted him. But what he's done, and they loved Rafa, but what Steve Bruce has done for that team, and they play good football as well. You know, St Maximin's a great player. He's done a great job. I think he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, if they get a takeover, he won't last 5 minutes, but he has done good. Cress Welsing says this is becoming a great week for Manchester United. Well, long way to go yet. Long way to go yet. But what I was talking about Chelsea is, if you look at the Premier League table, they have lost before today 9 games. United have lost 8. Leicester have now lost 9. And Man City have actually lost 8. So... Wolves have lost 6, Arsenal have lost 8, Tottenham have lost 10. So Chelsea have lost more games than Arsenal. And yet they are 8 points ahead of them. I tell you what, if the scores stayed like this and Spurs won tomorrow, they'd go to 48 points. They'd be 7 points off top 4. With 6 games to go. It's a long shot for Spurs, but they might fancy it. I mean, look, Arsenal fans will definitely think they can do it. Love the fact that both Chelsea and Leicester are dropping vital points. The hell with both teams. Glory Man United, says Steak Negs Hernandez. Welcome to the club, Victor Martinez, another new member. Thank you very much. And Gwydion says, United should sign Rice. He's a perfect replacement for Matic and he's young. Yeah, you know what? Declan Rice he has been good tonight. I'll tweet it and see what happens. But West Ham are coming away here as well. They've got a 3v2. Of course, Chelsea are going to commit players forward. Bowen, switch the ball. If he gets a shot off here. Oh, he's got... Oh, that's poor. He's got to get a shot on target there. Got to get a shot on target there. That's poor. Nice switch of the play by Bowen. I think it's Lanzini. Just inside the box. Pick your spot, mate. And he hits it over the bar. You've got to do loads better than that. You're not going to get many chances on the break against Chelsea to do anything. And you've got to do better than that. It was Lanzini. Nearly 11,000 watching. Thank you. Look, that's football's for everybody. It doesn't matter who you support. I know I'm a United fan. I know some of you will be Chelsea fans wanting West Ham to win. Just don't want to watch something with the other half, whatever reason you're watching. That's Football's a fantastic channel, fantastic project. I really enjoy it. Look, United Stand's is my bread and butter, I suppose, but I actually just enjoy That's Football. This channel is just go live, watch a match, interact, and watch the matches that I watch away from United. And sometimes it will be games like this, sometimes it's the Euros or the World Cup. And then obviously I do my FIFA channel, FIFA stuff on here, which I'm starting a new career mode tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. So subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, get involved. How close are Wolves to becoming a top 6 team, says Philip Willis. Well, they're very good at the moment. They're very close at the moment. They're level. I mean, look, if things stay the same, let me just reiterate this. If things stay the same, Wolves and United are joint 5th. 2 points ahead of them is Chelsea on Chelsea in 4th, and 3 points ahead of United and Wolves is Leicester in 3rd. You would basically have 3 points separating 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. And even if Chelsea draw, you've still got 3 points separating 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. So that's what this could become tonight. Very exciting. But I still think Chelsea are good enough to get not only back into this game, but win it. I wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea win 3-2. Hi, I am SD Martin. Welcome to the That's Football Members Club. Do you agree Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's statement saying, I don't care about any statements, I know we're a good team? I think that's great mentality. Yeah, I was speaking about that on the United Stand today, Ewan, definitely. And thanks for the super chat from Derek McKinley. He says, hello from Dad and my 3 sons, all watching. Luke, Dylan and Brian, Arsenal, City and United fans. We have great conversations in our household. Derek, you've got Arsenal, City and United fans. I understand the Arsenal, I understand the United, but why? Who's supporting City? Unless it's somebody who's always been a City fan, or are they a glory hunter? That's what I want to know. The Arsenal fan I understand, the United fan I understand, the City fan I don't understand. Steve Root should be assistant manager, says Hamadul. Of who? Derby are playing tomorrow, says Iab. He knows who he's using but won't tell probably. Okay, I know what they're on. What's my top 6 prediction now, says Wyatt. What's everybody's top 6? Well, yeah, do top 6 because it just gets complicated. So my top 6 prediction in the during lockdown was Liverpool to win the league, Man City 2nd, Manchester United 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and I think I put Leicester 5th and Wolves or whoever 6th. But it was definitely top 4, United 3rd and Chelsea 4th. And I got ridiculed for it. As of now, I think Wolves are a threat to 5th place for Leicester. I think Leicester could go down as far as 6th at the moment. But, yeah. Welcome to Raul Ibarra, latest member of the club, and we've also had a couple of super chats from Extra Z. Do you think Ollie had to play counter-attacking football because of the players he had at the beginning of the season? Yes, I do. And Box of Oranges says, fun fact, Willian is now the first player to score at least 1 Premier League goal every month of the year. It is interesting, and all because he wants to get a move. Stretch, says Craig. Yes, we do need to stretch. We do need to stretch. Very important. Kante, I think, has just gone into the book. Why do I stretch? Because I sit down for 2 hours and I have got lower back pain. So, Daz says, why do you talk down on AFTV calling them clowns? Mate, I know them all. I get on with them all. I'm not talking down about them, but they tweet about me. I'm answering the question as to why some Arsenal fans say, oh, we live rent-free in everybody's head. You don't live rent-free in everybody's head. You get spoken about because the world's biggest football fan channel is an Arsenal fan channel, and the characters on there are very vocal and and their opinions are very flipped because one day they win and they're the best team in the world, and then they lose and they're the worst team in the world. So Arsenal do get spoken about probably more than any other club because of that. Got dumped. Live chat's always cheering me up, says Luke99. And Anthony Roberts, unlucky Luke, but there's plenty more fish in sea. And Anthony Roberts says Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Leicester, United. Put Arsenal in the top 6. Good one. We love the banter. Willian with the cross. Oh, I thought he'd scored. Willian again. Willian delivers at the moment, doesn't he? He's doing it because he wants a move, but he's Mr. Consistent. Willian is legit their best player. I'm going to tweet that. That'll piss everyone off. If you're on Twitter, I'm at Mark Goldbridge. This is going to wind a lot of Chelsea fans up. Good running by Pulisic. Oh, just over Giroud's head. Chelsea laying siege here. Get rid of it, West Ham. They do. Oh, I tell you what. I don't think it's going to be long before this Chelsea goal. That'll do. Oh, ball swick to Azpilicueta. Cross comes in. I tell you what. I think Tammy Abraham's off for Giroud, isn't he? Yeah, he is. I hadn't noticed. Loftus-Cheek has come on as well. Loftus-Cheek, not Loftus-Cheat. Lots going on, but the ball is going to be a yellow card now. You fouled a Chelsea player. I must give you a yellow card. My name is Martin Atkinson. I always favour Chelsea. And actually, it was a yellow card. Lanzini was very, very late on Azpilicueta. Could have got a... He could have got a red, to be fair. He could have got a red, to be fair, there. So, yeah, they've made 3 substitutions, Chelsea. West Ham haven't made any yet. Barkley off, Loftus-Cheek on, Kovacic off, Mount on, and Giroud on for Tammy Abraham. Time. That's a red card, says Ian. You know what? I actually agree. I think that could have been a red. If Azpilicueta had made a meal of that, that could have been a red. Scissor tackle. Do you think Spurs will get top 6? Cross comes in. Good header. Ooh, Fabianski had to make the save there. Giroud. Giroud's... You know, whatever you say about Giroud, he's clearly probably not a bad-looking guy. And but in the air, he's brilliant. Only a fool thinks a football club's got no fans. Come on, City, says Soccer HD. Are you excited about the new FIFA career mode tomorrow? Even if you're not, who do you think it is? I've done Man United, and this career mode's going to be a challenge. It won't have loads of good players on it. They're a sleeping giant, and they don't play in stripes. But I can tell you, it's going to be a challenge, because I ain't going to have Bruno on free kicks, and I'm not going to have Sancho, Martial, Rashford. It's going to be purely about my FIFA ability. So I think there's going to be a lot of raging, because I don't pretend to be great at FIFA. But I tell you what, if West Ham could hit on the break a little bit here, cleverly. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. We're very close to 173,000. We're only about 30 away. So there's a lot of people watching. If you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, we'll be able to change the number to 173. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I can tell you that some people in the live comments have got it right, but you'll never guess what, because there's so many teams being guessed at. Somebody on Hot Mic just got it right, and somebody on YouTube just got it right. So well done. 2:30 tomorrow, you'll see what it is. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Jack Wilshere's coming on for West Ham. Remember him? Remember him. Remember Jack Wilshere. He was going to be the best player in the world when he played for Arsenal, and then he didn't. What a night. Well, there's still 23 minutes to go in this game, so there's plenty of time yet. I would never do Leeds, Jacob Milner. I would never do Leeds as a career mode. I would never do Forest, Carlos Muntz. And it's Aston Villa. I just got it right, says Sam Folds. Well, I didn't say you were right. And if you think it's Aston Villa, then that's up to you. But it could be West Ham, Jaden. It could be West Ham. It could be Birmingham, Marcus O'Donnell. I'll only tell you the clubs that it's definitely not. Salford probably could be. Drinks break. This is good timing. Villa or Everton. says Ben Len. I'll tell you what, Everton. Yeah, it could have been Everton. It's not Everton, by the way. Feyenoord. No, it's definitely English. Bolton. I can tell you it's not them. Well, it's not Newcastle, Callum, because they don't play in stripes. They're a sleeping giant that don't play in stripes. Cardiff, says Noah. I don't think anyone's ever said that Cardiff are a sleeping giant. Brad Day thinks it's Villa 100%. Interesting. Norwich, says Haddy. I don't think I could put up with Pookie, to be honest. Derby County, I couldn't do them. And I reckon it's Salford. Either way, I will like it, says Jack Stewart YouTube. Kicks off at 2:30 tomorrow. I would never do Arsenal. The only way I would do Arsenal is if I could get them relegated for the laugh. Mark, why are the menu items at McDonald's in the UK so boring compared to other countries, even Europe, says Bilal Hassan. But you're asking somebody who hasn't seen the menu in Europe. You've got to tell us what you get that we don't get. But to be honest, though, when I was in Mallorca, you do get a lot more choice. You're right. You get loads more choice. Anthony Roberts says, Mark, go live on That's Football for Arsenal title parade next season once we sign Partey, Depay and Saliba comes in. Thanks, Anthony Roberts, for the super chat. And Aston Villa are not a sleeping giant, says Mark Pareles. And it's Leicester 100%, says Ryan Locke. Are Aston Villa a sleeping giant? I don't know. They've won a European Cup. Sheffield Wednesday. Adam Schneider. Interesting. And Sean Turner says, obviously I hate Liverpool as a team the most, but surely everyone agrees that Arsenal are the worst and most deluded fans about. No, I mean, look, Sean, to be fair, Arsenal fans are... yellow card for Declan Rice here. Is it a penalty? No, free kick, edge of the box. I didn't even see the game had restarted there. That's a bloody annoying thing. No, there's loads of Arsenal fans that are nice. Loads of Arsenal fans that are nice out there. But, you know, you get tarnished by the gobby ones, don't you? Anyway, what a free kick opportunity this is for Chelsea. Wouldn't be surprised if Willian puts this in the top bins because he's absolutely fantastic. If this was FIFA and I was Bruno, you know you're saying it's a goal. Willian, it's the post and in. What a goal by Willian. Unbelievable. He's been unbelievable. The free kick is magnificent. What a free kick. In off the post. Fabianski's diving full on. Unbelievable free kick. All because he wants a free agent a big move as a free agent. Must be despairing for Chelsea fans, really. Why would you not keep him now? Why would you not keep him? I mean, legitimately, I think Willian, over the last 3 games for Chelsea, has been head and shoulders their best player. He's been ridiculously good. And the thing is, I've heard Chelsea fans saying, I can't wait for him to go, he's crap. I thought that was in. I think Chelsea will win this game now. I do. Too long left to go. Chelsea won't sit back. 20 minutes to go. You feel they'll get another big chance. I mean, it was Declan Rice's tackle that led to the free kick, and the free kick is very close, but you've still got to deliver the quality, and the quality on the free kick was magnificent from Willian. So 2-2 in this game. Can't knock it. Can't say it's not deserved. I think the scoreline definitely reflects it. Chelsea are going to win it now, says everyone. What a free kick by Willian. I can't be honest enough. Every game I've seen Willian since lockdown, he's been amazing. And look, he's just another one of those players who's playing knowing he's out of a contract, and he's, you know, if you play well when you're out of contract, you're gonna have clubs queuing up for you. It's cash day. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, bitch. It's your birthday. It is. It's his birthday because Chelsea get no money for Willian. He can pick where he goes and he can say, look at me in the Premier League. I basically got Chelsea top 4. Look how good I am. Free kicks, crosses, penalties. He'll be on about 300k a week somewhere now. Probably go China or something like that, or wherever he goes. Somebody will take him on. Great free kick though. What's your true feelings about Chelsea and Lampard, says Matthew Boyd? I was asked about this before. I've said it so many times. I've never really been a great fan of Chelsea. My dad is actually a Chelsea fan. It's weird why he is, but he is a Chelsea fan. And nothing's going to change that now. But I've never really liked Chelsea because I didn't really, you know, I suppose there's a respect there, but I just didn't really like them. And but since they brought Lampard in, I just think that it's changed my opinion of Chelsea because I do like what Lampard's done. I thought, you know, what a hard job. Chelsea always go and get the great, you know, the Sarris, the Ancelottis, the Mourinhos, the Ranieris. But Lampard's like an ex-Chelsea great, isn't he? So that was interesting. He plays good football. He lost his best player in Hazard. He never even had him. He just came in and he'd gone. He had a transfer ban. And plays young players, young British players. So and also he's an English manager. There's not many English managers. You know, Solskjaer's not English. I want him to do well, but he's not English. There's a real lack of top quality English managers, and I think, you know, Lampard's an intelligent guy. And look, I don't want Chelsea to win league titles. I don't want Chelsea to win anything over Man United, but I don't know. There's just something about Lampard that I actually do think, you know what, fair play. You know, I never liked him as a player much. I respected him, but I never liked him as a player much. But as soon as he was a pundit, I was like, he's just an intelligent guy. So, you know, fair play. Fair play. I can't say anything more than that. I don't want them to succeed. I'd love them to drop points here today. But I do like him. And if I was a Chelsea fan, the same as I am with Solskjaer now, I would be like, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. And that's exactly what Arsenal need to do with Arteta. They need to give him a chance and stick by him and be patient. Chelsea are camped on the edge of the West Ham box. In fact, they're in it now and they've won a corner. United title contenders next year? No. Because I think then we become like, you know, you can't laugh at Arsenal for saying the stupid things and then, you know, go and say we're title contenders next season. I don't think we are. I just hope for a big improvement. You've got to be... United next season can't be in this position where you're hoping for people to drop points to get top 4. You've got to be firmly in the top 4 yourself. Cam Clark says he knows it's Villa and up the Villa. I don't know how you know that, Cam, because I haven't told anybody what it is. So, but if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad, as Cheryl Crow rang. It's Solihull Moor, guys. Solihull Moors, says Flex. Put you out your misery. And tears after West Ham grab the winner, says Zandy Gomez. I think as I said before, I think in the relegation battle, which it's more like a relegation whimper, isn't it? We haven't got a relegation battle. I mean, has anybody in the bottom 5 won a game in, you know, we've had 3 games back for each of them now. So that's like, there's probably, of all the relegation clubs, they've probably played a combined 12 games and nobody's won a game. It's not a relegation battle, is it? It's a relegation whimper. Therefore, a point's a good result when everyone's losing. Is it Sheffield Wednesday, Mark? People of our age will know how big they were, says Nick P. You're going to find out tomorrow. Tune in at 2:30 on this channel. Make sure you subscribe. And 2:30, a new FIFA career mode. We'll still be doing all the watch-alongs. I enjoy the watch-alongs. They're good fun. Mark, we need to win against Bournemouth. Let's not flip-flops, says Hamadul. Yeah, so Bournemouth lose massively to Newcastle today. 4-1 or 4-0, whatever. Leeds are going to do a madness next year, says Hadder. United are playing Bournemouth on Saturday. And because Newcastle have smashed them today, some United fans are like, we're going to win 5 or 6-0. I'll tell you what, I've watched enough football over the years to know that game could end up 0-0. And we'll get absolutely bantered. Because Bournemouth, if Bournemouth have been to Newcastle and tried to win and lost 4-1, do you think they're going to come to Old Trafford and try to win? They're going to try and get a point. They're going to park absolutely everything and try and get a point. And then I think if we get one goal, I think they'll still keep parking the bus because they don't want to get embarrassed. So if United get 4 goals against Bournemouth, I'll be very happy. But ultimately, we just got to get the 3 points. I ain't going to judge United on not beating Bournemouth 6-0. I just want the 3 points because you could play the world's best game and draw 4-4. You could play the world's worst game and win 1-0 and get those 3 points instead of a point. We need the 3 points. Which is exactly what Reagan Lewis just said. Be happy with 1-0. At the moment, look, Leicester are playing Palace on Saturday, I think. I'll just double check that. But look, if Leicester win all their games and United win all their games, the last game of the season, we play Leicester, we beat them, we get top 4. So that's all I'm thinking about now. Just win your games. If we smash teams and we get a great goal difference, great. But win your games. That's what I want to see. Alonso, I definitely think we'll see a late Chelsea winner here, and I'm not even going to cry about it. I just think we will. I just think with 10 minutes to go and added time, Willian again, great run. Azpilicueta, that's the right sort of cross. Good headed away. Giroud was up and pouncing for that. Yeah, this it'd be an interesting Saturday afternoon because we'll be live on the United stand at 3 o'clock for Man United against Bournemouth. But at the very same time, it's a shame really because I would have done a watch along for it. Leicester are playing Crystal Palace. So that would be interesting to keep an eye on that. Surely Leicester have got to start winning at some point. Azpilicueta down the right-hand side. Cut back cross. Oh, it's one of those you think someone's going to stride it in. West Ham just can't get the ball out their own half at the moment. But Antonio's got an overlap because Alonso's out of position. And now Bowen down the right-hand side. The game's a little bit stretched at the moment. Oh, Antonio! Kepa gets there. I think he was offside. There's no penalty there, is there? Because he kicks it against Kepa. Could have been a penalty in a way. Vandy Candy says VAR. I see what you mean, but I don't think it's ever going to get given, is it? And Willian's going to get booked now. He's done everything today. Tyrone Wills says that's a penalty, but then does ... Yeah. It's not a penalty, is it? But it's one of those where you see it and you go, oh, that's a pen. No. Imagine if West Ham scored a goal. As I said, I think a point would be great for West Ham, but it's one of those games, if you don't get anything, you're going to be gutted, because it's one of those games where you put so much work and effort into it. It's been a good game, and then you end up with nothing. But trust me, the way Chelsea are playing at the moment, I just think they'll get the winner in this game. They've been very efficient. Against Villa, they were 1-0 down. They won 2-1. Against Leicester, very efficient as well. I'm going to watch some more Friday Night Dinner after this. Anybody watch Friday Night Dinner? I'm late to the party. I'm only on season 3, but it's funny. I like it. I must admit, I didn't like the theme tune to it when I first put it on, and I found it, the first 2 episodes, I find it a little bit average, but then the more you watch it, the more you like it. I really didn't think it was that great the first 2 episodes. I sort of gave up on it, and I was like, no, I'll give it another go, and then I really got into it. Goal! Oh, Giroud, I thought he'd scored. Cross came in low, swings his foot at it, but doesn't get enough contact on it, and West Ham clear. Favourite character United podcast? The dad, isn't it? It's got to be the dad. They're putting some lovely crosses in at the moment, Chelsea, and to be fair, West Ham centre-backs have have done well. It's a nice switch of the play by Antonio on the break, though. He wants it through the middle if you can find him. Oh, Rudiger read it well. Otherwise, Antonio would have been one-on-one. Tired players now for both teams. Who's the fitter team? 83 minutes. Crimble, crumble. Nice bit of squirrel. If you know, you know. Anyway, Chelsea on the attack here. You feel there'll be a big chance for Chelsea. You feel Chelsea will take it. And then you feel Chelsea will just finish the game off and close West Ham out. I might be wrong. And he's giving a foul or an offside there. I can tell you what, Kurt, it's definitely not a Newport County career mode. Joe Richardson, wear a blue shirt if the team is QPR. Well, you know what? QPR do have, they're one of the few championship clubs that do have their ground in FIFA. Tune in tomorrow at 2:30. You know I'm never going to tell you before then anyway. All I can say is I'm really looking forward to do it because it's going to be a challenge of my FIFA skills. Talking about skills, Pulisic on a really good run here, and he gets tackled. Great potential. Well, he's already fulfilling potential. I'd have loved him to come to Manchester United. He's a good player, and I think he'll only get better and better. I'd love United to have bought Pulisic actually, but whatever. 5 minutes to go. Can Chelsea get the winner? Could West Ham get something on the break? As I said, I think a point would be a very, very good point for West Ham in the context of the league. I was listening when driving. You're choosing either Wolves or Watford. You light up when talking about Watford, says Daniel Luciano. Interesting. Let me just have a look at the Premier League table here, because if West Ham... Look, I might be jinxing this for West Ham, but if West Ham did get a point, they'd go up to 29 points, which would put them 2 clear of Villa and Bournemouth on 27, who are in the bottom 3. Now, look, 2 points isn't massive, really, because if you win, you go above that person. But trust me, when you look at Villa, in their last 5 games, they've drawn 2 and lost 3. In Bournemouth's last 5 games, they've lost 4 and drawn 1. These are teams that don't win games. So therefore, points, a draw, are like wins. Where's Villa's next win going to come from? Where's Bournemouth going to find a win? So this could be a massive point for West Ham if they get it. And the same for Watford. Although Watford don't seem to be able to find a win. Good cross in here again. Corner to Chelsea. 4 minutes to go. At some point, Chelsea are going to get the right cross in here because they've been putting so many crosses in. Good crosses. And West Ham have defended them well. Moyes has got his hand round his mouth. He had it round his head and then he's put it round his mouth. I don't know what that means. I think it means he's tired. Another header and it's over the bar from Alonso that time. 87 minutes gone. Time ticks by. How long will be added on? I still think there's time. There is time, that's why. Where do you see Chelsea next season, says Header? Adding in Ziyech, Werner, and definitely 1 or 2 others. I think Chelsea will definitely be in the top 4 next season. Whether they can become title contenders, you're dealing with a level of consistency that's ridiculous. Can Liverpool live up to what they did this year? I'd be very... Well, I don't know. Who can beat Liverpool? It's all right saying, no, they won't have a season like that, but who can beat Liverpool? You know, I know Watford did it, but was that a one-off? Yeah, they've lost 1 game. So for Chelsea or United or anybody, or even Man City, to get close to Liverpool next year, you've got to have a consistency of winning every single game. And look at Chelsea today and look at the 9 games that they've lost. They don't, you know, they can beat, you know, United can do it as well. You can beat the big teams, but can you consistently turn over these sort of sides? And I would expect Chelsea next. Look, I think Chelsea or United could be the next teams to. Chelsea and United, on average, have got 2 of the youngest squads in the Premier League. Liverpool and Man City have got 2 of the oldest. The future's there for Chelsea and United, but there's a lot of ifs. You know, the future is now for Man City and Liverpool. They are the incumbents. They are the owners of the throne. For Chelsea and Man United, the word is consistency. Can they get consistency? Because you can be a team that beats anybody on your day, but you've got to be consistent. But I definitely would say Chelsea next season will be a better team than this season. And I definitely would say that Chelsea have finished the season a better team than they started it. And that's progression, and that's patience, and that's what teams like Spurs and Arsenal and United have had to have. You've got to be consistent. Here we go. He's on. He's onside. Bowen. Do a sweaty goal. He's done it! West Ham have won it! 3-2 at the end. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Bowen has won it. It's not Bowen. It's not. It's Yarmolenko. I thought it was Bowen. Yarmolenko has won it at the end on the break. Chelsea will be beaten by West Ham. What a night for Manchester United. What a night for Wolves. And what a night for West Ham. That goal probably keeps West Ham up. 3 points in this relegation whimper probably keeps West Ham up. On the break, I did say, will West Ham get a chance on the break? He's onside from the pass from Antonio. And then he cuts inside Rudiger and puts it into the bottom corner. And West Ham have won what has been an absolutely fantastic... And Man City Liverpool tomorrow, what does that mean? Liverpool have won the league, Man City are second. It's an exhibition. Top four race against relegation battle. Relegation battle have come out on top with a goal right in the 90th minute. There's still time for Chelsea to get something back. There definitely is. I don't think there's time for Chelsea to win. They will be dropping points, and West Ham are looking at all 3 points. They might even be looking at a draw. What an end to this game. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Well, not unbelievable, it's football, but you know what I mean. It's been an absolute joy to watch this game, and I hope everybody who's been watching it and get involved in the stream, I hope you've enjoyed that. But the game itself has been a fantastic 90 minutes to watch. And look, I didn't predict this tonight. I did not predict this tonight. Chelsea dropping points and Leicester dropping points. The race for top 4 has just been opened up wide. And I said this as well. There will be teams like Spurs, and Arsenal will think they can do it, but I can't see how they can do it. But they may be justified in thinking, you never know, stranger things have happened. But I tell you what, Mourinho will be plotting tonight. He will be thinking, we can get into that race. I don't think anybody can. I think it's United, Chelsea for top 4, and I think Leicester and Wolves will fall away. But they're definitely in the race. Wolves are in the race. Leicester are obviously in the race. They're still third. They hold on to third despite losing. They would not have been expecting that. Only 4 minutes added on. 3-2 to West Ham. I told you, didn't I? We tend to pick the good games as watch-alongs. This has been a cracker. I've absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Moyes in, says Zin. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. We've just gone up to nearly 15,000 people watching because we've had an amazing end to this game. West Ham, smash and grab. I wouldn't call it a smash and grab. I think that they've defended really, really well. And Chelsea, I mean, look, at the end of the day, did Chelsea need to do what they did? They were leaving themselves very open on the break. I don't know. I mean, you know, was it a must-win game for Chelsea? I think Chelsea fans would say it was, but the point would have been a good point in the end because you'd be level with Leicester. You're now not level with Leicester. And sometimes you've got to take a point. Rice with the Matic-esque layoff, says Jack. I think they've got to... I think, you know, this is the... I do like Lampard, and I think Chelsea are heading the right direction. But I think 10 losses is a lot. And why are you losing that many games? Yeah, a lot of it's been tired injuries and bad misses. But that is... They went too open there. You've got to... I've seen Alonso and Azpilicueta basically playing like wingers, and that's where the space was there for Yarmolenko down Alonso's side. He plays like a bloody left winger too much. You know, your left back's got to be able to defend. If that was Luke Shaw, imagine, or Wan-Bissaka, you've got to do your defensive work as well. Arsenal are 2 points above Spurs before tomorrow, says Rafa. Yeah, I know, but I think when you look at what I'm talking about here is Spurs have got their game in hand, and Spurs have got a lot easier fixtures. But the killer for Spurs and Arsenal will be that they've got to play each other, and that will be the one. Alonso's not good enough, says Jack Malloy. Unfortunately, Chelsea fans, I don't think you'll find your answer in Ben Chilwell. He's very good going forward like Alonso, but he's not great at the back. He was at fault for the goal that Everton scored first today. We've got very little time left in this game. Unbelievable. It's great to have football back, isn't it? But I did say at lockdown, look, Liverpool are going to win the title. Respect, they deserve to win it. Man City are going to get second because they just won't drop enough points to fall into the top four race. The interesting thing is the race for top four and the relegation. Relegation's not really lived up to it yet, but the race for top four, it's brilliant. Leicester have taken 2 from 9, and now Chelsea have lost to West Ham to, basically leave it in a situation where United and Wolves are 2 points off Chelsea and 3 points off Leicester. It's wide open, absolutely wide open. Arsenal play Wolves on Saturday night. Leicester play Palace on Saturday afternoon. United play Bournemouth on Saturday afternoon, and Chelsea play Watford on Saturday night. You'd expect United to win. Will Leicester drop more points? Chelsea-Watford becomes a must-win. Can Wolves beat Arsenal? Another fantastic day on Saturday to come in relation to the top 4 race. But a massive 3 points for West Ham. I pretty much think Moyes knows as well, and Wilshere celebrating like it. I think that basically keeps West Ham up. 3 points at the moment when teams can't win at the bottom like Bournemouth and Villa. That basically keeps West Ham up, I think. Moyes scouting in Chelsea versus City worked for him, says Genwell Berandes. They've fully deserved it. Fully deserved it, West Ham tonight. And them and Everton today have blown the top 4 race wide open. Chelsea and Leicester, in control of the 3rd and 4th positions, have opened the door to Wolves and United, and maybe others. But it's a fantastic win for West Ham. Fully deserved. Chelsea, for me, if I'm Lampard there, I'd get them in the dressing room and I'd say, why have you gone so open? We're 2-2. There's 5 minutes to go. Use the ball, work the chance. If the chance doesn't come, we take the point. But don't leave yourself open like that. We're not fighting relegation. It's not the last day where we need a win to get top 4. We're in them top 4 positions. Take the point if we need to. I love this game, says Harold Holsversvolt. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate everyone who's been tuning in across both streams. We've seen Everton beat Leicester. We've now seen West Ham beat Chelsea. Fantastic performance. I don't think Chelsea are in any danger. I still think Chelsea will get top 4. I think United and Chelsea will get top 4. But look, Wolves, I don't want to disrespect them. Hopefully they can stay in the race. And look, as well, imagine this scenario. If the last game of the season was tomorrow, Chelsea play Wolves and United play Leicester, and they're separated by 3 points. We could have that in the future. We could have that. So, yeah, great stuff. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 you'll see my new FIFA career mode. Who's it going to be? Tune in for that. And thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Whew.